Hello again, it's Clay Francisco, and this is video 3 of me and my journey to become an independent author. So when we last left off, I had a little bit of a freak out from the getting my line notes, my line edits, plus some extra edits, but getting my edits back from my editor. And I had created a new little one-day world and got working on that little superhero story. Freak out over. I actually have found this new guy, Chris Fox. I'll leave a link in the doobly-doo down there. Really cool guy. I really like his styles of videos. He has a video series called the 21 Day Challenge that I've really enjoyed watching. It's been really inspiring to see the pitfalls and the ups and downs of moving fast and creating a book in 21 days. I think it was like a 50 or 70,000 word story. It's called Destroyer. You can find it on Amazon. And actually, because of that, I am going through and reading the book, one of the books that he in the video that he describes or uses as an example for writing to market is the Constitution by Nick Webb. I'm actually currently reading that right now. I'll read that series and see what goes on with that. I've read some Richard Fox, who does the Iron Dragoon series. Interesting stuff. I'm not the biggest military sci-fi guy. I've read some of the Halo books. So not that I'm going to try and write military sci-fi. It's just I want to see what Chris was talking about here, and so that's been really inspirational. It's been really awesome. It has got me refocused again, and it really makes me think that the current full-length novel I'm working on, Salvage, could be a really interesting, not necessarily right to market, but an underserved audience. I went and I looked up on Amazon what they've got for mech combat books, and there's not a lot out there. There's a lot of stuff that's kind of tongue-in-cheek. There's a lot of stuff that's definitely, like the Iron Dragoons, like power armor, but that's really military sci-fi. Being a huge MechWarrior fan from the original MechWarrior computer days and even the BattleTech board games and, RPG, I've noticed that one of the things missing from military sci-fi is the inside the mech battle tactics stuff that you get from those, Pacific Rim style movies, or if you're old enough and like Bad Enough B movies, Robot Jocks from, anyway, just dated myself a little there. But that's sort of, I think, what I want to capture a little bit. I think there's something in that, and so anyway, I have decided that I need to add a super epic mech battle scene to my story, and I am going to read up a little bit on the post-apocalyptic genre, that man fiction that's out there now, because that's another thing that I've got some friends who do the prepper thing and whatnot, and so that's it's always in the back of my head there, where I can pull from some of those factoids and some of those fun experiences, not myself, but other people I know. And so that could be really interesting. The world already lends itself, because it is a post-apocalyptic world-ish, and mech combat. And so combining the two, I don't know if it's a good idea. Chris Fox, again, had some great stuff to say about his heroes. Can't remember what it was, the name of his stories that didn't do so well. He did a series of books where it was trying to be heroes crossed with the X-Files, is what he described it as. And, I may be falling into those exact same, I may be following in his footsteps, making those same mistakes, but I did a little bit of research on Amazon about it. They do seem like underserved categories. However, I don't know if they are. I think he calls them hot and hungry. And so it looks like a hungry category, but I don't know that it's a hot category. Anyway, I've already got 40,000 words into the story, 44,000 words, whatever it is. I'm just going to continue with that and see how that goes. Maybe add a few things, like I was saying, add a scene at the end to make sure that I really hit what I want to be the mech combat tropes. I don't know if those exist yet. If there's anybody out there watching this who does know that they exist, and you know some reference books and can put them, please comment and let me know. I would love to read them. I would love to see that. You know, I used to be a big fan of The Grey Death, which was a manga series back in the 90s as well. So yeah, if anybody has any reference points, even in you know the anime stuff and you know the Macro Saga or whatever, you know I've watched most of that, but anyway, I would love to hear what people have to say about that because it's one of my favorite genres, right? But I don't see a lot of stuff out there about it. So yeah. Anyway, this is going to be a super short video. I just wanted to let folks know that Freak Out Over, I found an amazing new resource called Chris Fox, and I highly recommend watching his 21-day novel challenge. It's really great. It's super inspirational to see how he does his sprints writing, you know, with the 20-minute, 5-minute break kind of stuff. It's really interesting to see, I mean, even the videos he has on what he chooses to focus on for marketing, what he chooses to do, you know, his 80-20 Pareto principle, and the 80-20, you know, principle where 80% of your success comes from 20% of your work, or, you know, yeah, it's, I really like his videos. I really like his stuff. He's got a bunch of Toastmasters ribbons in the background, which I also think is absolutely hilarious. I don't do Toastmasters myself, but I have a lot of respect for the people who do. I think it's a great organization. My brother-in-law does that stuff, and I really like it. Yeah, and so I just wanted to let folks know that this has been a really awesome week. I have got the jitters out from getting the red notes of death on my first manuscript, and I'm feeling really good about moving forward with, and after reading the notes on the manuscript, it's not that bad. It is just a lot of those spelling typos, questions from the editor, little things to clear up, and a lot of actually really well thought out suggestions on things I might do, not necessarily things that should be done and mistakes I've made, but really just suggestions and questions. And so that's one of those things I have to definitely have as a takeaway, is that the editor is just trying to help. The editor does want you to succeed. They do. Now, granted, they don't have a lot of stake in it, but they absolutely are going to give you, if your work is you know worth working on for them, then yeah, they're going to do what they can to help you out. And so I've had a really good experience with that. All right. Thank you for watching the video. I just wanted to give a super quick update. If anybody has any questions about what I'm working on, or would like to see some sample chapters, I think I'm about ready to start putting those up. I might just put them on my blog anyway. Yeah, comments and questions, let me know what you guys think, and I will see you all later.